Your homework tonight will be the pages you see listed, and then when you get to this page here, and mine is sideways, so I'm going to use a different sheet. This is where you're going to have to use your graphing calculator to fill in the table. Second sheet is just basically asking you some questions about this soda machine here, so you'll be able to answer those without any problems. And then here's another page you're going to be filling out with how do you tell whether or not it's a function. So once you view the video with the math dude, then you'll be able to answer those questions if not already. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the graphing calculator. All right, so if you're on page, and this is what, page 1, you'll see the first table, and it gives you y equals to 2x minus 3. So what you're going to do is hit this y equals key right here. When I hit my y equals key, notice I had something in there. So if you have something in yours, just hit clear and it'll take it out. One thing you want to pay attention to, make sure that these are not dark. And what I mean by dark, I'll show you. So you don't want it highlighted. So if these are dark, it will not graph. So what you would like to do if it's dark, because you might get home and your calculator is not doing what it's supposed to do, check this right here at the top. If the plot 1, plot 2, or plot 3 is dark, then you would just simply put the cursor directly on whichever one is dark. You would hit enter, and then when you bring it down, it will be unhighlighted. Okay. All right, so I'm going to clear this out, and then we'll be ready to put in our first equation. So on page 1, you see it says y equals 2x minus 3. So you're going to hit 2, and the x key is right beside the alpha key, right here. So 2x minus 3. And what you're being asked to do on the first page is to fill in the table. So notice on the button that says graph, in blue, you see the word table. So you're going to hit second to get to the blue, graph, and then it takes you to this table. So what you want to do then, you're going to look for the numbers that they're asking you to pair up the x with and find the y in the table. So the very first one, they give you the x value of 5. So you're going to fill in 7 for y. And then they give you 2. So you'll fill in 1 for y. And for 0, you'll fill in -3 for y. And for -1. Now, if you can't see these same numbers, you can just, hit your cursor and scroll up and down the table so you can get to whatever number you need to get to. Okay. So once you fill in the table, obviously you're going to plot the points on the coordinate plane. So what I would do after I plot them, I would make sure that my graph looks like the one on the graphing calculator by simply hitting graph. So for page 1, it's just a matter of when you're ready to go to the second problem, you would just hit your y equals key again. You will clear out that particular equation. And then to put in x squared minus 5, which is question number 2. Okay, everyone look up. You'll hit the x, and then you'll just hit the squared key. Okay, minus 5. And if you wanted to see what the graph will look like once you're done, you can just hit graph. Okay, that's going to be the shape of a parabola. Okay, that has a special name, parabola. So to get to the table once again, you're going to hit second, graph, and then it'll take you to the table. And then you'll fill in the table and graph them. Okay, so that's how you do page 1. Now, when you get to the last page that you're going to be doing, okay, page 3 and 4, notice pages 3 and 4 go together. So if everybody could go to page 3 and 4, they go together. And what I mean by going together simply means that it tells you once you determine whether or not it's a function, then on page 4, it'll say draw a triangle. So look at question number 1. And then number 2, if you say yes or no, it'll say either draw the letter C or draw a peace sign. Okay, so you just follow the directions. So make sure that your answers, what you have to do for yes or no, then you're going to put those answers on page 4.